Hey there kids, it's me, MrCreepyPasta, and once again, taking one quick second to give you a little announcement before I move on to tonight's story. This weekend, August 9th through the 12th, I'm going to be in Washington, D.C., and that's pretty exciting for me because it's the very first time I'm ever going to the Northeast, or to Washington, D.C., and I'll be there with Creepy Raven, but we're going to be in Washington, D.C. this coming weekend for Otakon. If you guys are big fans of anime, and want to go to what I'm finding out now to be one of the biggest anime conventions in the United States, you should definitely swing by, say hi to me, say hi to Raven, check out some of the stuff we've got at our booth, as well as catch some CreepyPasta stories at the Storytime panel. Should be a lot of fun, guys. I really look forward to this because this is my first time ever in Washington, D.C., and I really hope to meet some new fans out there. Alright, sorry for taking up your time. On to tonight's story. Is it safe to assume that you're aware of the Smile.dog or the Smile.jpg picture? If not, you might understand where I'm coming from a little bit better if you look into it, and then come back. This is my own personal account, if you believe it or not. I recently felt very inspired by the picture known as Smile.dog, and I felt like painting my very own version of it. Let me start by saying that there are more possible factors in my story than just the recreation, but this started the worst of it. My house has always had possible supernatural activity. Nothing big, nothing aggressive or threatening, just simple things, the sounds of footsteps, something being dragged, voices. My sister swears that she saw a floating face one night. Though it's spooky, nothing we ever felt to be entirely evil. And then one night, about a week ago, I started painting my own version of that Smile.jpg. In the painting, I needed something that looked dingy and almost as if the paint was dried up. I don't say this next part to sound dark or emo or anything. It's just the best way I can get that effect, I believe, but I cut my hand and I mixed the blood with the paint that I was going to use as a filter on top. I'm part Native American, and in that belief, in most religions actually, blood contains the power of a soul. Blood denotes life. Therefore, you're to never share or take blood in fear of mixing one's soul. I'm never one to be superstitious, though, and I've done it to a handful of paintings before. I won't be doing that anymore. So I finished the painting around 1 a.m, and I put it above my closet door. And that night I woke up twice to a low rumbling noise, almost as if a large dog was growling beside my bed. And being the chicken that I am, I remained in my bed. I didn't move. The sound only lasted about 5, maybe 7 seconds. I passed it off as possibly the heater having some issue in causing it to rumble at that moment. The next 2 nights, the same noise happened. Each night it became more frequent. On the 3rd night, I saw the dog's eyes inches from my face, and then they disappeared. I told myself it was a dream, caused by the placebo effect of me worrying that the painting was behind it all. The next night, the eyes showed up again. But the smile was there as well. This time, a low braying sound. It's barely audible. The 5th night is when I knew it wasn't all in my mind. I slept all night without being woken by the noise or anything. That is until 4 a.m. It all happened in a flash, yet I can still see it in my mind perfectly. The memories are making my hands shake as I type this. As I lay in my bed asleep, I hear a loud noise, like wood snapping in a roar. My eyes burst open to see what looked like a black wolf pouncing upon me, and as the creature touched me, it seemed to evaporate into thin air. My chest was filled with pain. As I looked down, I saw where the pain was coming from. My chest now had these 3 large gashes down it, but oddly enough, there was There was never a drop of blood that came from it. It was easily deep enough to bleed, but it stung as if a burn instead of a cut. I don't know what to do. I was scared. I didn't want to be with the painting anymore. I ran from my house, drove to my friend's house at 4 a.m. He still doesn't believe me. Says that I did it to myself to try to scare him. Nobody really believes me. I doubt I would if it hadn't happened to me. The painting's now in my shed. I was going to burn it, throw it away, but I have an old friend who's a preacher who's coming down in a week to check it out first. I've been in the shed only once since I locked it in there, and it felt as if I was being watched. The air felt thick. I got nauseous when I was in there with the painting. And now I'm just waiting to be rid of it. But I fear the memories will never leave me. Hey there, kids, it's me, MrCreepyPasta. I hope you enjoyed tonight's story, and thank you all for listening. Please help support the channel at patreon.com/MrCreepyPasta, and make sure to tune in for new horror stories every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday night. Many of the horror authors that I've worked with throughout this channel have all come together to work on one big book series, the CreepyPasta Collections Volume 1 and 2. Check them out on Amazon or at any local bookstore near you. Thanks for listening, kids, and sweet dreams.